What's going on, y'all? It is the day 6 recap of building my AI agency from zero to $100,000 in 2026. The goal is to get this done by the end of 2026. I'm very confident we can do it much sooner. Today, I'm going to be recapping my day. If you're just getting on the channel, this is where I'm just recapping my day, going through how far I moved the needle, how I moved the needle forward today, giving you guys some advice, some gems as I'm in the trenches building this out, learning as I go. I do some actually like hands-on stuff, but I've been doing kind of like recaps lately, not really recording my whole day. So I'm going to jump into the notepad and you guys can kind of see what we got done today. So just to recap, we are still at that $4,000 revenue mark here, making really good progress. Not going to lie. I mean, just got our bro onboarded today. So that's a very good sign. Got the onboarding call done. It was like an hour long. We were having some issues with the Facebook connection. So kind of ran into those situations and, was able to kind of figure that out. Saw some upsell potentials on that call as well. So that's very good to see. Very good call, very chill guy. So that was a good thing to get done. That was one of my big 3 from yesterday, and we got that done. We got the GoHighLevel build out started, kind of started structuring that, got the Notion set up to be able to manage that and maintain it. Should be relatively simple. At scale, like I've said on a couple videos in this channel, I really want to actually use a Claude agent or an anti-gravity environment that's trained on fulfillment in pretty much every step of our process to be able to fulfill. And I truly believe that once you hire employees at scale, they're going to be able to follow operations and fulfillment through one source of truth, which is the AI. So it's a really good way to delegate you. I think a lot of companies can benefit from this at scale, but that's besides the point. Did some indoor golf with the boys. It's like 11:06 here. I know I made a thing about don't sacrifice your sleep. It's Friday night, 11:06. Played some indoor golf. It was fun. We actually won, which was lit. It was good kind of getting out of the not getting out of, just getting away from the laptop. You know what I mean? You know, I'm so head down, focused on work, but it's nice to kind of step away and just kind of take the edge off a little bit and enjoy some time with the homies. They're kind of all business related, kind of well off anyway. So that was fun. We had another sales call come in through our funnel, which we actually just shut off the ads for. We had a sales call come in. It's actually going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. I think it booked in yesterday. I don't know if I said it in the last one, but the sales call booked in. That's super huge. That's a good sign. He's not as financially qualified as the first guy we had come in, but I feel like we could definitely hop on that call, kind of get some market feedback, and who knows, maybe he is in the position where he actually wants to move forward and get ads rolling. So that's something we can do there. So I'm excited for that. That's at 1 p.m. Central tomorrow. So going to prep for that pretty much all morning, taking that really seriously. Going to be on the front end tomorrow, seeing how we can kind of package our offer effectively. He obviously isn't like our ideal niche, but if we can sell him on a $4,000 offer, like I said, our ad system works for literally any niche. I truly believe we're going to be able to see good results for him. So we'll just see if he's financially qualified, if it makes sense on the call to pitch him on that deal. So tomorrow, I did some prep today, kind of looked into his business, saw what's going on his side of the scope. Obviously, recording and posting day 6, which is what I'm doing now. I was going to go to bed, but man, I said, I'm going to do this every single day. I can't be slacking. So we got through that today. Some key takeaways. I don't really have much today. It was a little slower. We kind of obviously had the onboarding call. That's something I was preparing for pretty much all morning. So that took a solid chunk of the morning out of the way, and then had the afternoon to do some deep work, getting into the fulfillment side of things and kind of prepping for this sales call. And I did some learning and looking into Claudebot and the functionality of some other AI tools out there. I love to learn when I can. And this was kind of one of those days yesterday to actually get into that learning process. We have a launch date set for the client. We're aiming to launch around like middle of next week. So we got to get that call scheduled. So that's a good sign there. And then I think this weekend, our main goal is going to be really to just like kind of ramp up the ads, ramp up the front end, and kind of get our funnel dialed in again. Like, who are we targeting? Let's get the ads rolling again. Let's get some more customers in the door. So starting to get into the optimization of the funnel. I know a lot of you guys that are keeping up with this series wanted to see me on the back end actually putting that together. So that's going to probably be tomorrow's video. It'll be a little longer. We'll be going deeper into the process and everything we're doing. So that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, had a little dinner with the family, and then obviously indoor golf, had dinner with the fam, kind of celebrating the first client, I guess you could say. It was pretty nice. I'm one of those guys where like, it's good to celebrate the wins, but at the same time, it's like, I want to keep working. Like, we're not even close to where we want to be. Like, yes, he came in, that's sweet, but let's just put our head down and get back to work. But it was nice kind of chilling with the fam, enjoying some time, and kind of just taking the afternoon, evening off to kind of rest the brain a little bit. Don't think about business. You know, it's easy to think, oh, you know, I got to think about business all the time. I got to always be thinking about business. And, you know, that's just something that I thought I had to instill in me to like always be thinking about business, always keeping it top of mind, and having those days off, whether that's Sunday, whatever day it is in the week, whenever you have the time where it's like, hey, I can take the edge off, it's going to do wonders for your focus and productivity the next day. So I'm really looking forward to how tomorrow goes, even though I'm kind of kicking my sleep schedule back. By the time I post this, will probably be like noon or midnight. What I want to do just to get more reach, I'm potentially might switch up the thumbnail structure a little bit for these videos, because I've seen that I'm kind of posting the same thumbnail over and over again. And I don't know if YouTube's effing with that. So we might switch that up. That's going to just make post-production a little harder. And my goal has been I want to make post-production easy. So I might not do it for this video, but we'll probably see in future videos. If I'm going to be more on the back end, actually showcasing my build process, I'm probably just going to frame that as just like a saucy video and still obviously say, hey, this is day 6, right? So we're moving forward with aggression. We're ready to rock today. Tomorrow's going to be a great one. Potentially you could close another client on the $4,000 deal. Like I said, we're going to be really focusing on the front end this weekend. We kind of have a little barrier of time to kind of somewhat take the weekend off from client fulfillment and then get into obviously client fulfillment next week once our ad system is built out and running. So Saturday, Sunday, that's our goal. That could change. If we onboard this guy at 1 p.m. and we end up closing him, that could definitely change. So as of right now, that's the main focus, getting the front end back in the swing of things so we can start getting calls booked on the calendar once we move into February here and have the opportunity to start scaling up with the agency. So it was a great day today, day 6. If you're on the grind right now and you're trying to push through, give me a sub, man. I'm literally documenting the entire journey. I'm trying to do a video, a piece of content literally every single day, get better at speaking, get better at just I just want to show my journey, bro, and I think it's going to be valuable to a lot of people. Tomorrow's agenda and tomorrow's actions, I like to structure my things with the top 3, the big 3. So what we got going on tomorrow, pretty straightforward. So the big 3, first thing is sales call. See if we can close bro. Second thing, front end system, right? And that's pretty broad. So if we want to niche down, that's like our funnel, offer, and then marketing strategies, right? Like we have our offer dialed in. So like that's kind of just like more so like the niche or the ICP, I guess you could say. So that's just like more kind of like, all right, defining our ICP, kind of niching down, narrowing down when it comes to our targeting. And then the last thing on the agenda for tomorrow, it's going to be making a YouTube video. Okay. That's the third priority for tomorrow. So it's posting day 7. So what I'm realizing is like these day by days, I'm probably going to start putting like more of the summary of the day in the caption, and then the headline and the thumbnail can obviously switch. So then people can kind of come into it as it's a series, right? This is a series. I want to obviously keep it consistent and not miss a day. And this is something that I'm focusing on consistently. It's the top 3 priorities. These are the 3 big things we're focusing on tomorrow. Going to prep for that sales call meticulously in the morning. It's a little bit different of a call, so it's going to be a good test for me to kind of see how we can deal with that and go through the pitch and make sure we're prepped. And yeah, the goal is to get the front end dialed. You guys are probably going to see a way more dialed in video for tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it, man. So hope you guys had a banger day. Enjoy your Friday night. I'm going to hit the hay here, get this video out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you have any advice or if you have any questions about this journey so far. I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.